Well, Black Friday is just 5 days away. And if your inbox is anything like mine, it is exploding with deals of all types, including genealogy specials that are out there now. But here's the deal. Not everything that's on sale needs a spot in my genealogy toolbox. Now, I've been researching my ancestors for a lot of years, and I've put a lot of money into my genealogy research habit, shall we say. Some of it absolutely worth every penny, but some of the tools and things that I purchased to use as part of my research process, well, I probably could have done without, or perhaps I could have used something different. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you the tools that I actually use and have a part in my genealogy toolbox, as well as my strategy for Black Friday shopping, genealogy style. Hey there, if we haven't met before, I'm Lisa with Are You My Cousin? And this YouTube channel is designed to help you find your ancestors, grow your family tree, but not be overwhelmed in the process of doing that. So if that sounds like your cup of tea, you're in the right place. Now, before I share with you the exact tools that I'm using, I do want to share with you how I evaluate them. I typically will ask myself 3 questions. Do I use that tool once a month? So is it something, if it's something I've used in the past or on an ongoing basis, is it something that I use frequently or once a month? You can set that time period, whatever works for you. If not, then I would probably not consider it one of my core tools that I use. The second question I ask myself is this a tool, whether it's a tech tool, whether it's a subscription database tool that I use, will it save me significant time, or will it unlock records that I can not get anywhere else? Now, the third question I ask myself is, would I buy this product again if I didn't have access to it today? So when I'm evaluating a new tool for my toolbox or one that maybe I need to renew a subscription to, these are the questions that I ask myself. This is the basic framework that I'm using to ask those questions of myself to determine, is it something that is valuable to my genealogy research toolbox? Okay, so let's get right into those tools. I have kind of a subscription database type of section, but I also will be sharing with you some of the tech that I use as well. Now, when it comes to researching, obviously, Ancestry.com is going to be no surprise that has earned a spot in my genealogy research toolbox. So I'm including Ancestry.com as well as their DNA test kits. Now, they are one of the largest genealogy databases out there, and they are one of 2 main workhorses in my genealogy research. The sheer volume of their records, their hints, their DNA features all make Ancestry.com certainly very valuable to my genealogy research. Now, I personally use their Pro Tools, which is an upgrade to the subscription. And the reason I do that is I want to use their Networks tool. Now, this Networks tool was released, I think, last spring, and it allows us to incorporate our ancestors' friends, their associates, their neighbors, their fan club, so to speak. It allows us to incorporate those into our research and make a little more headway on breaking down some of those genealogy brick walls. So understanding what was happening around our ancestors is very crucial to solving those brick walls. And so Ancestry.com developed the Networks tool, and that does allow us to start to incorporate some of the other people around our ancestors into our genealogy research. Now, the second tool I use is MyHeritage, and again, I'm including their DNA test kits as well. They have billions of records, certainly are very strong in the international records as well. And recently, MyHeritage announced with their DNA testing that they are doing whole genome sequencing. This allows for greater accuracy in DNA matching as well as ethnicity reports. Now, one of the features that I also enjoy using over there at MyHeritage is their photo suite. So they have a very robust photo tool suite. And so I do use that quite a bit as I work with my old family photos to incorporate them and to make them more engaging with my family, to get them interested in my genealogy research. So I do absolutely use both Ancestry and MyHeritage as workhorses in my genealogy research, and feel like that they both have earned very prominent spots in my genealogy research toolbox. Now, the third tool in my toolbox is going to be newspapers.com. Now, yes, they are owned by Ancestry.com, but you can have a separate subscription to them if you wish, or you can have a bundle with Ancestry. Either way is an option for you. But why is newspapers.com such an important part of my toolbox? Well, because newspapers tell stories, not just facts about our ancestors. Certainly in newspapers, I'm finding obituaries, I'm finding wedding announcements, I'm finding birth announcements, I'm finding the ancestors who were the black sheep ancestors, I'm finding stories about their misconduct, shall we say. newspaper research brings the story of our ancestors really to life. It helps us to understand our ancestors. It helps us to understand their motives. It helps us to understand their decision-making processes sometimes. It helps us to understand what was impacting their decision-making, which can be very important when it comes to finding other records about our ancestors. So newspapers research is crucial to finding our ancestors. It's crucial to breaking down brick walls and maybe finally solving family history mysteries. So I have included newspapers.com currently in my genealogy research toolkit. Now, the fourth tool is Find My Past. It is a more focused genealogy research database on your UK ancestors, Irish ancestors, Australian ancestors. They're much more specialized in that. They do have records from around the world. They have a small amount of US records as well, but they are primarily focused more on those UK, Irish, and Australian records. So why is Find My Past in my genealogy research toolbox? Because my ancestry has very, very deep roots in England, in Scotland, in Ireland, as well as Wales. So it makes sense for a UK, a British Isles type of genealogy database to be in my toolbox. Now, one thing I want to say, as we approach the holidays, as we approach Black Friday, we are going to be seeing the lowest deals of the year on these tools. So whether it's a subscription, whether it's the DNA test kits that are going to be going on sale, this is typically, as we've seen in the past, the best time of year to make these purchases. And if you're in the market for DNA test kits, whichever company you go with, this is the time of year to do that. It's a great time of year to stock up on those and give them as gifts over the holidays, or just get family members tested that you maybe have been wanting to do. So this is a good time of year to do that. Now, the next set of tools that I just wanted to share with you that have a very important part in my genealogy research toolkit are more techie tools, shall we say. So they're not databases, not subscriptions, but more tech tools that I use to make my research seamless, to make it easy, to make it more efficient. And so the first tool that will show up in my toolbox is my phone app, PhotoMine. Now, PhotoMine I've been using for a number of years now, and it allows me to scan photos quickly and easily. It's perfect for when I'm visiting a relative, they share their family photos with me, and I want to get a really quick scan. So PhotoMine allows me to scan the photos. It allows me also to scan the back of the photo. So if there's writing on the back of the photo, I can scan it and attach it so they're kept together. And it's just quick, it's easy, and it's really seamless to use. So I've also done a video on how to use PhotoMine in the past, so I will also have a link to that one in the description below as well, so you can see it in action. It has been and continues to be my go-to photo scanning app when I'm out and about. Now, another digital tool that I use, or this is more of a product, would be Memory Cherish. Now, I do have a large collection of old family photos. I recognize I'm very fortunate in that, but some of them are not in very good condition. I'm not able to actually repair them. It's just beyond my skill level, and they're just really heavily damaged. So when I have a photo like that, I actually would use Memory Cherish, so I can scan it and then send them that digital copy, and they will be able to work on it and correct it and give me a lovely image, a restored image of that particular photo. So I do, when you have those photographs that are just so damaged that it's not something you can do, then I do recommend Memory Cherish. Now, I do have 4 physical type of tools that I have here in my office that I use on a regular basis when it comes to making my research easier. They save me time, they protect my research, and just make life easier when it comes to researching my ancestry and telling my family stories. So the first one that I have is actually my Lacey external hard drive. So here it is right here. It's just, you see, it's not that big. You see my hand here. It is, I think I have the 2 terabyte size here. I found it. It's at Ancestry, and I got this, and I use this to back up everything. It backs up photographs. I back up my family tree here. It's literally always in reach when I'm going places. So it's easy. It's really, actually, it's kind of rubberized here, so it's tough. I throw it in my backpack when I'm heading off to Roots Tech. So if you've seen me at Roots Tech with my backpack, I can guarantee you this has probably been in there. And so it is always close by. So I do recommend that you have an external hard drive. It's important that we are backing up our research regularly. Again, I back up photos there. I also put a lot of these videos on there as well. So having an external hard drive is really important and crucial when it comes to making my research life seamless and easy. So my external hard drive comes from Amazon. I have seen these go on sale around the holidays and around Prime Day, Amazon Prime Days. So I would encourage you to keep an eye out for an external hard drive that you could pick up at a good price. Now, next, I'm going to share with you one of my absolute favorite tools that I use. And it's so simple, guys. Really what it is a little tech organizer. Okay. I share this, I think, in other videos, but it is a tech organizer. So when I travel and I need to have all of my gear with me, this is perfect. So let me show you. I'll show you. Inside, it comes with a lot of pockets. So you can see I have a lot of my cords. So I have my cords here, my phone chargers, my earbuds are in here. I can actually, usually my external hard drive is in here as well. And then as well as a backup, charger as well for my phone. So this is an amazing little tool. I actually got it because I was traveling a lot. And then I loved it so much because I can just reach in, pull out whatever cord I need, whatever charger I need. I can just reach in and pull out really easily, that I never unpack it. So now it goes with me when I travel, but this is really where I keep all of my extra stuff, all of my little cords, all of my external hard drives, my flash drives, everything goes right in my little tech organizer. So I would actually encourage you. They're not very expensive. And of course you can find them. I've seen them on sale around the holidays as well. I've had this one for several years now and it's perfect. I wouldn't trade it for the world. It really makes my life easier when it comes to researching. And because I like to research when I'm out and about, and I like to travel and research on the road. So it definitely makes life easier, whether I'm in my office or researching on site. Now, one of the projects that I've been working on over the past few years is actually digitizing all of my old family photos, those really fragile photographs, as well as some of the photo albums that have come my way. And among those have been slides as well. So the next two really help me when it comes to actually getting good, clean scans of those so that I can have a good digital copy and not have to handle the original so much, obviously. And the first would be actually I don't know if you can see this. This is actually a photo, like a camera mount. So my camera goes here. I can attach it to my desk and I can take the photograph. I can scan the photo nice and still because my hands are not always really steady when it comes to scanning things. And so I attach this to my desk, lay the photograph down on my light board, which I'll show you in a minute, and then I'm able to get a really good scan of that photograph as well, photograph or slide. Interestingly enough, for some reason I came into possession of a number of slides but negatives of my old family photographs. And so I've been able to scan those as well. Now to do those, I actually use my light board. So this is my light board that I use when it comes to scanning and getting good clean scans of slides or negatives. So again, I have some old negatives that revealed images of individuals that I had never seen before. So I lay it flat down on my desk, and then I have my camera mount that I mount on my desk over it, and then I can get my slide. I typically will use the PhotoMine app to do that. You can use whichever app you want to be able to scan that negative or slide and get a good, clean scan. So those are two tools that I've been using together to get good scans of, again, old slides and old negatives that I discovered in my collection as well. Now, if you want to see these two tools in action together, I actually do have a video on these as well that I'll link below so that you can see those and see how those work together. Now, all of these tools I have seen go on sale around the holiday season. So I've had mine for several years now, and I continue to use them, and that's why I'm sharing them with you today. But they do tend to go on sale around the holiday season. And because they're on Amazon, I actually do see them on Amazon Prime Days as well. So if you're watching this at a non-holiday time of the year, just keep an eye out during Amazon Prime Days. You will find those as well. Okay, so as you go into Black Friday, as we get closer and closer to Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and the holiday sales, I want you to do three things when you're considering making a purchase, a genealogy purchase. First step would be to ask yourself, do you need it? Is there an active research project that you are currently working on that this tool will help you with? Not, it might be useful someday. Not, it looks cool. Do you have ancestors that you are currently researching where this tool could give you access to records that you don't currently have? The second step that I do before making a purchase when it comes to evaluating a product is to think about the overlap test. In other words, pull up your current subscriptions and determine if this particular tool, this new subscription, does it give you access to records that you already have access to in another subscription database. So evaluate what you have. A lot of genealogy databases do have some overlap. That's not necessarily a bad thing. I actually use that to my advantage when it comes to researching. But just know before you make that purchase where the overlap is and where the records are that you might not have access to otherwise. And then the third thing I try to do is be super honest with myself. And I ask myself, I get very honest, is this a tool that I'm actually going to use? Or is it something I just thought looked really cool? All right, so be honest with yourself. Is it something you think that you will actually use? You know, I've bought genealogy research tools and subscriptions before that were on sale, and then I didn't really use them. I kind of forgot that I had them. I do try to be more intentional when it comes to evaluating those purchases before I make them, because a sale is a wonderful thing if it's a tool that I'm actually going to use. Okay, so let's make your action plan for Black Friday and this holiday shopping season. I want you to first make a list of your top 3 research problems that you currently have right now in genealogy. Number 2, I want you to audit your subscriptions. Know what you have. Do you have some you've forgotten about? Audit your subscriptions and know what you're already paying for. Number 3, set a budget. This is important, guys. Go ahead and decide what your Black Friday budget is, your holiday shopping budget is, before the sales ever hit your inbox. And number 4, prioritize. If you can only buy one thing, what solves your biggest genealogy roadblock currently? So when you see a genealogy deal that you're interested in, run it through the framework that we talked about. If it passes, great. If it doesn't pass those questions that I shared, well, then you might want to wait just a bit. Now, I know this is a lot to process, and you've got deals hitting your inbox every 2 minutes. I did write a complete blog post over on the website that goes a little more in depth on each of these tools and some of the thought processes behind them. It's called The Only Genealogy Shopping Guide You Need from Someone Who's Tried Everything. I'll have a link to it in the description below as well. Let it be your guide for this Black Friday holiday shopping season. Now, before you go, if you enjoy learning about practical strategies for your genealogy research, be sure and hit that subscribe button. That way you won't miss a thing happening here at the Are You My Cousin YouTube channel. Now remember, the best deal isn't always the biggest discount. It's the tool that you'll actually use to find your ancestors. So shop smart this Black Friday.